Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of your day. This is a very special episode. This is a lesson for all first-time moms. All first-time moms that are looking to have extra time on your hands, you need to take a lesson from Gypsy Rose's book on motherhood, because she seems to have all the time on her hands. In other words, too much time on my hands. That's Gypsy Rose for you guys. She has so much time that she cannot keep her nose out of social media. She says she doesn't give a shit what people say about her, but she does, because she claps back, and then she has her mindless minions. The team of mindless minions clap back. So she does care. She wants to know what everybody's not only thinking about her, saying about her, wishing for her, hoping in a million miles, praying about her. Gypsy Rose is trying to combat everything that might come her way. She wants us to believe that she is numero uno mama for the very first time, and that she has everything down to a science. So much so that she knows what her child's going to be wearing 6 years from now. Can you imagine that? What mom knows what's going to be in style, let alone what their kid's going to be into 6 years from now? Because a 6-year-old child usually has a little bit of say-so about what they like or what they don't like. Is Gypsy not going to hear that? Is it? Because I've said before, it's all about the picture. So those outfits that Gypsy bought for Aurora when she's 6 years old, doesn't matter. That Aurora might not be into dresses and skirts. She might be a little tomboy. She might want a football uniform. Are you going to accommodate that? Or does Aurora have to fit into your picture of what a perfect family, or a family at least, that you want the public, Gypsy Rose, to think of your family? Doesn't necessarily have to be that way. Just has to appear that way. Right, Gypsy? Because that's what everything's about. It's not whether you're really eating or not eating when you're pregnant. It's that your boyfriend, Ken, doesn't let people think that you're not eating, because you don't want, rumors to start. So when you sit there and say you don't care what people think about you, and then you follow through with these actions that show, oh yeah, you care a lot, what are we supposed to believe? Oh, again, it's Gyps Ahoy! Gyps Ahoy! No matter what she says, she means something else. Right? Guys, Ryan Anderson was on a clapback saying that don't be fooled, because Gypsy and Ken, they're not happy. Now, we know that Ryan Anderson does not want Gypsy and Ken to be happy, because we know that Ryan Anderson only wants to be the only one to make Gypsy happy. He wants to be her Benny Blanco, right? You see the romance between Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco. Why am I seeing that romance between them? You gotta love it. Young love. It's all about just adoring everybody's word, and just, you can't take your eyes off of you. You feel like heaven to touch. Except, Ryan, according to Gypsy, you don't feel like heaven to touch. She wants to stay away from you. She wants to make fun now of the relationship that you guys once had. Who does that? Why would you belittle the marriage when you know that this man married you, Gypsy, because he loved you and, jeopardized everything for you? And then you left him, and you want the public to say, that's good PR. Excellent. That shows great character. Would you want your daughter treated like that? Probably so. As long as, who knows, like, I can't even imagine you sticking with motherhood for a year. Is that a horrible thing to say? Because I don't know that you're doing such a great job of it now. Again, you just like the picture of it, not really, how to arrange the picture, how the picture gets arranged, how that becomes organically. God forbid, Gypsy, you could allow that, because everything has to be controlled. You have to control what people with 2,000 subscribers say about you. Yet you have 9 million. It makes you wonder, do you really have that many subscribers? Or, I think that your popularity has gone. I think people have started to see you more and more and more, and people are knowing more and more and more, and it's not looking like a very good picture, as we've said before and as we know. But what are you going to do with your life? That's the question. Like, what do you do now? Like, you're trying to fit in any which way. A beauty influencer, you can't do that. Nina's got that market. Nina does a great job. So, no, not that. A truth teller. Well, we know that you would definitely, if we were to throw water on you, you would probably melt like the Wicked Witch. Or with holy water, like the exorcism of you. There is something so dysfunctionally wrong with you, Gypsy. I don't know how you sleep at night with everything you've done with your life. And you just keep on keeping on defending your horrible behavior. Clearly a woman that helped unalive her mom at the very least. Mastermind it, definitely, because that's what you agreed to. That's what you said you did. I mean, that's what you said you did, right? So you admitted to that, you pled to that. And when people have a comment about you only doing 10 years and Nick doing more, on your own, I mean, on what you say. You know, the fact that you said that you got the knife, the fact that you said that you planned everything, the fact that you said you talked Nick into it, the fact of everything that you just agreed to on your own. And people have a comment or comments about how you're living your best life and Nick's still incarcerated, and your own behavior has shown that you've done nothing to better any of the situations. You made a mess in the last year of your life. When you got out, it was like a fucking heyday. It's like, what is that? Young Springer, whatever it is that the Amish people have. You know? Rumspringer, that's what it is, right? Because you had your freedom, even though, I mean, you plenty had your freedom before because your mom had no say. But the fact that you're still trying to, one by one, pick on people whose comments are legitimate comments about everything you said and everything you did, and you're just gaslighting, just like gaslighting everybody. What do you want us to do, Gypsy, with the fact that you groomed Nick? Because you admitted to that. You talked him into it. He didn't really want to do it. What do you want us to do with that? Just ignore the fact and what? Let you go ahead and say that you changed your life? But what about Nick? How do we know that Nick didn't change his life? Is Nick not allowed to change his life? Why is everything kind of work in your favor? The control that you seem to have. Well, my goodness. You seem to have a lot. You seem to run your own parole. You seem to make a great living off of the unaliving of your mom. You managed to keep Nick stum. You managed to wreck a marriage. You managed to have a child out of wedlock, or maybe in wedlock, because I still think it's Ryan's kid. And you have a show about it. Insist on wanting to be a celebrity because of it. And kind of sort of are. Where you get your power from, Gypsy Rose? Where's that little That little genie jar that you're rubbing its side on. Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. How do you think this woman is making miracles out of her own life when she did such horrible things? Asking for a friend. Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. Be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Try to be kind if you can. Thanks.